Do you ever find yourself unable to sleep at night? Thoughts of tomorrow, your future, your relationships, and various worries emerge one after another, leaving your heart unsettled. You may have had such experiences where your mind becomes overwhelmed and restless. Each of us faces relentless anxiety, whether at life's crossroads or in daily living. In modern society, we're bombarded with constant information from the internet and TV, and society pressures us to make choices and decisions. Sometimes, that pressure feels overwhelming. Is this path I'm taking the right one? Even if I share my thoughts with others, will they understand? With these concerns in mind, you may have found your way to this story. This tale tells of a young monk, once troubled, who, through meeting a wise master, found true inner peace. It serves as a quiet invitation to us all in today's world to pause. Thinking too much doesn't always lead to answers. Instead, this journey of self-discovery is also a valuable lesson. Come along with our main character on a journey to find peace of mind. Perhaps you, too, will find something within this story that resonates. If something moves you, please share your thoughts in the comments. Your words may open a door for someone else's heart. Long ago, in a small village nestled among fog-shrouded mountains, lived a young monk named Su. Each morning, Su swept the temple grounds, his bamboo broom brushing away fallen leaves, softly breaking the silence. However, despite the outward calm, Su's mind was always swirling with anxiety. Is my training truly on the right path? Am I meeting the villagers' expectations? Doubts flooded his heart like an unending waterfall. At night, Su would gaze up at the ceiling, lost in thought, often lying awake for hours. Even the shadows cast by the moonlight deepened the maze of his inner thoughts, drawing him further into worry. The temple head, noticing Su's troubled state, gently spoke to him one day. Su, it's important to think. But overthinking can obscure the truth. It's like stirring a pond too much, making it impossible to see the bottom. Su was moved by the head monk's words, but he struggled with how to quiet his mind. That night, while organizing some old artifacts, Su found a faded map in the temple. It described a wise master living in distant mountains who had guided many troubled souls toward enlightenment. Su felt a glimmer of hope. The next day, Su consulted with the temple head, who closed his eyes and nodded. "Go," he said. "But remember, do not let the desire for answers disturb your heart." With these words in mind, Su set out with minimal belongings on his journey into the mountains. His heart was filled with a mix of hope and anxiety. As he ventured deeper into the forest, the surroundings took on a mystical quality. The calls of birds and the rustling trees slowly calmed Su's heart. But as the forest grew denser, he lost his way and began to feel anxious again. At that moment, a white crane gracefully descended before him and, to his surprise, began to speak. "Young traveler, you seek the master, don't you?" Su nodded, explaining that he was on a journey to find inner peace. The crane smiled gently. "The answer isn't far away, it lies within you." The crane then spread its wings and slowly led Su forward. As they walked, Su felt a growing sense of calm. Eventually, Su arrived at the mountaintop where the master lived. The master, seated in front of an old wooden hut, welcomed Su with a serene smile. "Welcome, young seeker." The master's warm voice soothed Su's nerves. Su knelt before the master, sharing his thoughts, anxieties, and feelings of inadequacy. As he spoke, a burden lifted from his heart. The master listened quietly, nodding occasionally, taking in all that Su shared. When Su finished, the master spoke gently. "The thoughts within your mind are like clouds drifting through the sky. Though clouds may gather, the sky itself remains unchanged. Likewise, thoughts may come and go, but your true self lies beyond them." The next day, Su began meditation under the master's guidance. At first, it was challenging, as his mind filled with restless thoughts. But as he recalled the master's words and simply observed his thoughts as if watching clouds, he began to feel peace within himself. One day, a messenger arrived at the master's hut to inform them that Su's temple had been damaged in a fire. Su was shaken and prepared to rush back, but the master gently advised, "Before you act, calm your mind. Acting in confusion only breeds more confusion." Su took a deep breath and reassessed the situation. Upon returning to the village, Su found the villagers in despair over the burnt remains. Su recalled the master's teachings, sat with them, and shared in deep breathing together. "We'll begin by doing what we can, step by step," he told them. Gradually, hope returned, and the temple's reconstruction began. During this time, Su taught the villagers the meditation practices he had learned. At first, many were uncertain, but as they practiced, they found a newfound sense of calm, and the village became lively once again. Challenges continued to come, yet Su, with the master's teachings in his heart, guided the villagers through each one. One day, the master visited the rebuilt temple and thriving village, smiling gently. "Adversity offers us opportunities for growth," he said. That night, as Su meditated, the white crane appeared once again. "Have you found the answer you were looking for?" or it asked. Su smiled gently. "The answer was always here, I just needed to learn the quietness of mind to see it." From then on, Su's temple became a place where many sought peace. Through his experiences, he helped countless others find calm within themselves, shining as a beacon of hope.